Today I will be talking about the last of the detrimental P words that tend to rule my life. I think if you haven't checked out before the videos on perfectionism and people pleasing, please do and subscribe to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the last one that pegs at me as an individual who tries to strive to be someone who's ever evolving. And this one really gets me in trouble sometimes, and that is procrastination. I have procrastinated in big things and little things throughout my life. I think I tend to prolong the negative things that I need to do or I consider negative, such as having a difficult conversation or going to study for a big test, working on a project, or pressing that send button on an email that is a little scary to the recipient of someone that might be very important in my mind. I tend to wait until the last minute. A good example of this is when I was in my last year of college, undergraduate, I had a project every week that required me to write a 20-page paper on finance. I worked on it a little bit, maybe like 5% of it in the beginning of that week, and then I waited for the 95% of the time of the project to be done the night before. And I stayed up and I stayed up, and that was not good for my health. And I knew that, but it never taught me the lesson that it needed to, that I should start earlier. And even to this day, I still struggle with trying to understand why I do the stuff that I do when it comes to the big things. Something happened recently this year that has actually propelled me into a different mindset regarding procrastination, which I wanted to share, is that the question I tend to like to kind of ponder on questions. And the question is, what the hell are we waiting on when it comes to our lives? What is it that we need God or whoever, what you believe in, to show us that brings us to our action oriented steps to actually take the big dive into something, to go out there, show the world what you have to offer. I've struggled with this for quite some time, and I know that it's my fear of being judged, it's my fear of what other people think of me. So all of that kind of leading back to being a perfect person, being a people pleaser, but it does tie into that in some ways, for me at least. So as far as procrastination, I think the best tool or tip I can give is that reevaluate how it's affecting your life. And for me, it was affecting it pretty tremendously by not like saving things to the last minute and then having that anxiety overcome me, that anxiety that creeps in, and like it's so powerful that at that point it's almost like the term too late comes to mind. And just being able to tackle each thing and being my best self as I'm working on those projects or working on those papers, for instance. And I think it's really a good thing to evaluate why, each of us tend to gravitate towards doing the same old thing with the same result. So with that said, I hope that you can kind of understand like procrastination, how that affects my life, how I'm trying to work on it. I am probably, this one is a little bit difficult and challenging for me. So I imagine that it's not going to be something that's a quick fix. I will constantly work on this procrastination piece, probably until the day I die. And I may never get to the point where I finish project like early and deliver, but I always finish projects. And that's the thing that I know that I can always, that's my foundation of sturdiness and of strength that I know I can fall back on. And I'm always persevering into that mode of I will get it done, and don't worry about I guess I wouldn't say lack of performance, but not seeing the product until the actual due date does not minimize it, but it does take a toll on me. So the product itself is going to be wonderful and extraordinary. It's just how I got from step A to step B to step C and to the final product. And this is just kind of, when I say product, it can just be, you can replace it with project, or you can replace it with any other big goal that you have. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and be kind to yourself. See you later.